This time, I've got some more award information as well as another Star Trek adventure in print. Plus, 2 podcasts you can listen to if you want the skinny on some of our actors, and a bit more from that Saturn Awards red carpet. Plus, a little update on how my GoFundMe is going and, surprisingly, where the funds are coming from. This is the Star Trek Void, where I try to fill in the gap between episodes with a little bit of news, a little bit of information, and hopefully a little bit of entertainment. And this week, I am going to start with Sir Patrick Stewart as he gets yet another award for his performance on Star Trek Picard as Picard. Trek Central has this breaking Sir Patrick Stewart to receive Television Showperson of the Year award. The ICG Publicists Guild will honor Stewart with a 2024 Television Showperson of the Year award. The Star Trek Picard star will receive the award at the 61st Annual ICG Publicist Awards Luncheon on March 8th. So congratulations yet again to Sir Patrick Stewart, our Jean-Luc Picard, on yet another win for his fantastic performance. And while we're talking awards, let's take a look at this image. This is from Terry Farrell. Mwah Awards, I love it. MUAH Awards 2024. My dear friends, DS9 camera operator Chris Christoph, DP Jonathan West, and Armin Shimmerman, of course, you can see him right there. MUAHS Awards. And Terry Farrell's first message on there is thank you and hello to you, gorgeous you. This is a great image, and I would love to be able to go chat with Armin. But this is a fantastic image right here. I'm so glad that Terry was nice enough to share it. Moving right along, because I am going to try to get this out before 3 o'clock today. I do have that first podcast. This one shared by Trek Geeks, new at the Big Sci-Fi. We sat down with a talented and versatile actor, the Issa Briones. She has toured with Hamilton, starred in Star Trek Picard Season 1 and 2, and Goosebumps on Disney+. We loved our time with her. There is a link, of course, and you will find that in the sources below. Go check out this podcast and find out what she's got to say. But when you're done with that one, check out one with Todd Stashwick. Really fun interview I got to do with Shout Out LA Official, talking Nerd Circus and the importance of play. Link in bio. Of course, I will share that in the links below. But check out any interview you can with Todd Stashwick. I have slowly fallen in love with this man. Well, in a platonic way. I love the fact that he is of my generation. He talks about stuff in interviews, and it almost sounds like I'm talking about my youth and growing up and the things I loved. He is a fantastic person just to have a chat with. Check this out. If you've got the time, I am sure you will enjoy at least some of it. And if you've missed it the other 900 times I've suggested it, go watch 12 Monkeys. It is a fantastic romp. If you love Star Trek at all, you'll love the way that this show is built. It's got some elements of Trek in it that are hard to pick out, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's fantastic. Let's move on to the next thing. I am kind of trying to hurry here so that you guys could get this out early. Of course, it's nice to have a little something to read if you're, into that thing. Here we've got Star Trek Strange New Worlds novel to explore Pike and Una's backstory. Let's take a look at some of what this article has to say. This one by TrekMovie.com. Strange New Worlds Asylum. Pocket Books has announced a new Star Trek Strange New Worlds novel titled Asylum from author Una McCormick. It arrives on September 24th, 2024, and it looks like it will bounce back between Pike and Una serving on the USS Enterprise and their first meeting years earlier. Here's the official synopsis. I'm going to go ahead and read that. When Una Chin Riley and Christopher Pike meet at Starfleet Academy after one of his lectures, they immediately become friends. A stellar student, Una is the poster girl of her class, and Pike is determined to become a Starfleet captain with his own ship, rhetorically assembling his dream crew. As their friendship evolves, Pike also suspects Una is involved with the Oksana, a Kionian culture minority who are seeking asylum in Federation space, leading to more questions than answers. Oh, building up here. 25 years later, Una and Pike are working together on the USS Enterprise to settle a Chionian trade agreement when pro-Oksana saboteur launches a terrorist attack. When the suspect is taken into custody for interrogation and is discovered to have a history with Una, her past associations resurface, threatening to expose a secret she's been harboring all these years. Golly gosh, I wonder what that secret could be. Only way to find out is to read the book. But it looks like we'll have to wait till September to read it and find out what the heck is going on with Una's past. Now, we don't need to wait until September to get new Star Trek. We are expecting Discovery April 4th with a double dose for the premiere. But we also know all of the titles. And this was revealed earlier, I could have sworn. But let's take another look at some of the titles, actually all of the titles, for Season 5, as well as the air dates that they come with for those final adventures. Honestly, I do so many of these that I don't remember, but I'm nearly positive we already know all of these titles. But let's go through them. This one is shared by Trek Central, ICYMI Disco Season 5 titles. After the reveal of a double episode premiere for Star Trek Discovery Season 5 on April 4th, here's the schedule and titles for the upcoming episodes, assuming it's a single ep finale. So as long as they aren't taking us out the way they're throwing us in with 2 episodes at the beginning and 2 episodes at the end, we are expecting, again, a week-by-week update, a week-by-week series episode. So let's go. April 4th, 501 and 502. Those episodes are Red Directive and Under the Twin Moons. 503 is Janal. 504 is Face the Strange. Love that title. Just sounds ominous. 505, Mirrors. And we know whenever there's a mirror in a Star Trek title, there could be a problem. 506, Whistle Speak. Not sure what that means. It sounds like something I probably ought to have heard of at some point. Let me know in the comments below if you know what Whistle Speak is. 507 is Aragon, and I just watch Ed Speleers in Aragon, and for some reason that makes me think there might be dragons, but that's not what it is. We'll find out. However, 508 having labyrinths brings me back to the dragons. We'll find out. 509 Lagrange Point, and 510 Life Itself. And this is how I know that I read these before, because Life Itself is like the perfect finale title for a Star Trek episode. I am looking forward to this final season of adventures, and I really hope that last minute refilming of the ending pays off the way that they hoped it did and the way we hope it does. We'll have to wait and see. Luckily, it's a short wait, not even a month and a half left to go. And we will know what happens in this final season for our Discovery crew. And now, as per usual, let's talk about some of those red carpet interviews. Actually, I want to talk about one in particular that had both Michelle Hurd and Todd Stashwick answering some questions. And of course, yes, it's about legacy. Not only that, but Michelle, I love some of the answers she has already given. And I'm going to post this whole article down below in the sources so you can read it. I'm just going to be going over pieces of it. But I love her answers about legacy. She is so hopeful that it will happen. The fans just need to keep up the momentum. I'm doing my best, all right? So let's see what Michelle has to say during this interview. Now, first, we're going to talk about legacy and the type of show it's expected to be. And this is a conversation had by TrekMovie.com and Michelle Hurd on the red carpet of the Saturn Awards. And they start off with this question. Terry talked about how legacy would be an opportunity to tell more stories with legacy actors and characters, like maybe with Worf and Alexander, but the show doesn't necessarily need to include legacy characters every episode. And Michelle's thoughts are, what Terry said is a whole other possibility if we did that. That's a whole series right there. We can also do that without having every legacy person come in. It's full and rich and ready to go. So you can see by the question, there's been this misconception that if we have Star Trek Legacy, we're going to need a legacy character to carry the show every episode. Well, I mean, if we do, then guess what? Seven's there. We do not need a TNG cameo, a DS9 cameo, and hell, an Enterprise cameo if they pull it off. We don't need cameos from other shows to carry off Legacy. We already have this really terrific crew and a boundless universe ahead of them. So having a legacy character visit, fine, terrific, wonderful, lovely to see them. It's not necessary for this show to do well. Now, Michelle also talks a little bit about the use of AI in filming and how the contract after the SAG-AFTRA strike affects that. And mostly what it does is it ensures that now the actors, whether they're there or not, if they are being used for a scene, they're still entitled to a payment, to insurance, to the things that anyone would expect when doing work. And so I love that. And they also touch on the fact that Will Shatner says once he's passed, that people are welcome to use his likeness, his voice, to keep the stories going when necessary. And I thought that was pretty nice. The agreement, of course, being that whoever has survived him would get the benefit of the payments, the benefits in general would go to them, so that people aren't just getting ripped off for their image after they've passed, which I think is a really good idea to make sure that we're all clear on that. Now, of course, there was also a little chat with Todd there. I'm going to take a look at some of his questions and answers. At Dread Talks, you joked with Terry about coming back from the dead for Legacy. So how are they going to bring you back from the dead? Yeah, this has been one of the really big questions being asked. Let's see what he says. Very carefully and thoughtfully, he laughs. I have no idea, and there is no brought back yet. If they ever choose to do Legacy, there will be very skilled writers who know how to do it. And we're going to continue with that Legacy train here with this question. What have you heard about the likelihood of Legacy happening? Oh, that's a much better question then. All right, is it going to happen? It's all speculation. It's Schrodinger's legacy, right? There's a future where it happens, and there's a future where it doesn't happen. I swear I have been told nothing. I can only be hopeful because I would love to keep telling stories. And then one final question. So Terry has told you if it does happen, you are coming back in some fashion? And I do adore his answer. Oh yeah, like I said, I'm Spock dead. So there you have it, another actor who would be part of this show. We all kind of want him to be part of this show. He was a slow love, but now we kind of adore Shaw. So we want him back. We want to see him on Legacy, and we want to see, of course, 7 of 9, Rafi, even Jack Crusher. Really enjoyed Ed, and he pulled that character off really well. And of course, the rest of the old Titan crew now manning the Enterprise G. And my mission to go and make sure it happens is this close to happening, even though it's next month, not quite too. Oh, actually, yeah. 1 month from today, I'll be leaving. I need to order some stuff. I need to order those t-shirts for volunteers that help gather signatures at the Indiana Comic-Con. I've also got hats on our way, and I will show them to you as soon as they get here. But they will look a little something like these. And then I've got those t-shirts. Those will look like that. Then I've got posters that I've got to order. I should order those the end of the week today. Those look like these guys. And of course, then I need the things just to make sure people can sign their name. It's a fun process putting all this together. It does cost more money than your normal convention. If you have not had time to write a letter and send it to Paramount telling them that you would like Star Trek Legacy, now is the time to do it. Go visit this website. Also, if you've got an extra $5, help me get these last minute items so I can run a vendor table at the convention asking people for their signatures for these letters. I will be sending them out. No one else has to help out with that. I just need a little help getting the things to attract people's attention. Because there are some people out there who just have no idea that Legacy is a possibility, and I want to make sure they know. If you can help, please check out my link below and get me that much closer there. I'm only $180 short of my goal of $1,200. I know, I can't believe it myself, because nearly all of the online donations have come from my Outlander viewers. Yes, my viewers for a show all about the past are helping us work for a new show in the future. So thank you so much to all of my Outlander fans for helping us with this. If you're going to be at the Indiana Comic-Con and want to help me gather letters, hit me up on my social media. Really, my Twitter and my Facebook, those are the ones I check the most. So those are the best places to contact me. And if you can, share my GoFundMe. Again, I'm this close, and I just want to make sure I have everything I can possibly get to make sure we get as many signatures as we could possibly get. Oh my gosh, I really want Legacy to happen. And that is about all I have today. I want to, of course, give a special shout out to all of my Patreons and members. I really appreciate that extra bit of support. If you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. And if you want more Star Trek information, happen to like Outlander or any of the other shows that I kind of tend to talk about every now and then, please check out any of my other videos. And you know what? I'll see you there. MUAH Sawards. MUAH. So let's check out and see.